There was a company that owned everything. 4,000 locations, 60 million customers. A brand so embedded in weekend culture that it had become a ritual. Friday night, drive to the store. Pick something from the shelf. The blue and yellow sign was as familiar as a street lamp. They were untouchable. In the year 2000, two men walked into their headquarters with a proposition. They had a small company, a mailing service, DVDs delivered to your door, no late fees, no driving, no empty shelves. A subscription model nobody had tried at scale. They wanted to sell it for $50 million. They wanted a partnership, distribution, the muscle of the biggest name in the industry behind a new idea. The men in that boardroom laughed. Not metaphorically, they actually laughed. The meeting became a story executives told for years afterward as an example of how to recognize desperation when it walked through the door. $50 million for a DVD mail service. Please. The two men left. Quietly. Without a deal. They went back to their small office and built instead. They watched something the video store hadn't noticed yet. People weren't just tired of driving. They were tired of being told what was available. They were tired of late fees that punished loyalty. They were tired of a model that hadn't changed in 20 years because it didn't have to. It had to now. The internet didn't arrive slowly. It arrived all at once, and the video store had spent a decade not believing in it. By the time they believed, the shelves were already emptying. Not from customers browsing, from a business that had no reason to exist anymore. In 2010, the video store filed for bankruptcy. 4,000 locations became memories. The blue and yellow signs came down. The company they laughed out of the room is now worth $300 billion. The $50 million ask they rejected is a rounding error on a single quarter of earnings. The lesson isn't about streaming. It isn't about technology. It's about what happens when dominance becomes indistinguishable from invincibility. They weren't beaten by a better idea. They were beaten by their own certainty that they couldn't be.